So welcome. Today we're going to be diving deeply into the next level of your soul gifts. We're going to be activating the next level of your gifts that are ready to be birthed, that are ready to come through. We're going to be clearing out space, clearing out the space within your body, within your energy system, releasing and letting go of any old programs, patterns, energies, beliefs, thoughts, emotions that are no longer aligned with your path, that are no longer aligned with where you're going, that need to be released to help you step into the next level of your purpose, to step into the next level of yourself, which is that funnel for receiving, the funnel for manifesting. So we're really, truly with manifestation, manifesting yourself first and foremost. And this allows you to open up to receive more from life around you. It's deep work. It's deep practice, deep process. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a huge amount of trust. And you know deep within your heart that you're destined for more. There's more calling you, whether you like it or not. You're on this path. I mean, most people I speak to feel like there's not much choice, even that this path is calling you. It's like your destiny. So either what I've realized is if we're not listening and not following our purpose, our path, our gifts, if we're not doing what we're being called into, it's painful in a different way. It's challenging in a different way. Either way, it's intense. Either way, there's challenges. Either way, there's pain. So we might as well get into that flow, a place of greater flow and harmony. Because when we're in that flow and we're surrendering to what is, that's when we find greater ease. I'm not saying it's easy. There's ease and flow. It doesn't mean it's not intense. But when we surrender, we can allow that birth to happen. So this is what we're going to do today, as much as you're ready. And it's really important to know that we're on a journey. There is no end point. We're on a journey. And it's really hard for our minds to understand that. There's definitely these points that we reach, these little landing points. But I found, I've been doing this work for over 15 years now. I've found that there's no end point. And that might be hard for our minds to grasp. But I've noticed that whatever I manifest, as soon as it comes in, it's like, and the next thing. We're ready for the next level of expansion. Now, that could just be my intense nature, an intense path. But I found that there's always more that we're being called to expand into if we're really listening and playing this game. So just want you to know, all we need to do is surrender into this moment. What is this moment calling you into? There's so much happening on so many levels of consciousness. And when we're deeply, deeply listening, we may not understand. We may not really fully get the full picture. But I know, because I see it when I work with people, especially one-to-one, that what you're being called into is great service work for yourself and your life, but also for the lives around you. We send these ripples of change and transformation that, to be honest, you're never going to see the results of. You're never going to know the full impact of your essence and your energy. That's really hard for our mind, because sometimes we don't see the impact, and that can be hard. So we have to just know that and trust it, and try to find that within ourselves, and trust that if your heart and soul is guiding you into something, there's a really great reason for that, even if your mind doesn't understand. So that's where the faith and the trust comes in. So what I'd like you to do is get really nice and comfortable. You can sit up, you can lie down. When we lie down, you just might drift off to sleep, and that's absolutely fine. There's still deep and powerful work happening, even if you're resting or sleeping. You might want to sit up to be more conscious, to be more present with the process. So, welcome. I want to honor your courage. I want to honor your strength. I want to honor all of you for being here at this time. Please close your eyes and take a beautiful, deep breath into your body. And releasing with the exhale. Breathing into your body. And releasing with the exhale. What if it was as simple as that? Connecting to the breath. We're breathing in life, practicing receiving all that life has to offer us, and then releasing and letting go of any of the old energies, patterns, thoughts, and beliefs with the exhale. I feel the breath teaches us everything we need to know about manifesting, about flowing with life, and about flowing with our purpose. Thing is, it's too simple for our mind to really get. It's hard for our mind to understand the value of something that's so simple. But what I found is the more advanced we get on this path when it comes to abundance work, manifestation work, we refine, we're refining ourselves. And actually we step into the refinement of simplicity and the power of simplicity. And it's actually a very advanced state of being to welcome that simplicity in. So what if this work was as simple as breathing? Breathing in, welcoming in and receiving, and then releasing and letting go with the exhale. Our minds find it almost impossible to get. So we have to work with our minds as we do this work. That's most of the work, I reckon, is the mindset side of things. It's the mindset side of things, getting that mind and the old systems and old programs to release its grip so that we can tap into the true nature, the true essence of divine simplicity that knows exactly how to bring you what you desire, knows exactly how to guide you home. The old programs that are old complex programs that keep us spinning our wheels, creating confusion, creating chaos, creating struggle. Those old programs keep us disconnected. Very effective. It's quite an effective strategy. But this is what we're moving through. Welcoming in that divine simplicity. So what I found with this simplicity, it's not less effective, it's more effective. It's highly, highly powerful. It's highly, highly powerful. But we have to move beyond the mind. And that's where the trust comes in once again. So breathe in that breath. So if there is nothing else, if you're in a time of struggle, if there's nothing else that you can do, you can always breathe. Because we have to, and we always will as long as we're alive. So what if you just came back to the breath, with whatever's showing up, and just keep breathing, consciously, mindfully taking that breath in, consciously, mindfully releasing the old. If that's the only thing that you can focus on, that is extraordinarily powerful. All right. So welcome all of you here. It's time to activate the great gift, the great gem that is lying deep within your body, deep within your system. It's a heart activation. We're activating the divine intelligence, the incredibly advanced system of your heart, the technology of your heart. It's a very advanced system. It's a very, very finely tuned system. And there's a simplicity in that system. This part of you, let's call it your heart, let's call it your soul, let's call it your gifts, let's call it your essence, let's call it your higher self, let's call it your divinity, let's call it your truth, whatever you want to call it, it's alive within you. It is alive within you. We're all at slightly different stages of relating to that part of ourselves, but this is what we're birthing. This is what we're bringing through. This is what we want to activate and land and bring into the world. And it is the secret sauce to manifesting, to creating a life of abundance. But this is an advanced system, an advanced technology. And we need to learn how to bring this system and land it into the world. Land it through your body, into your life, into the world. This means dissolving, unhooking, releasing the old systems, the old technology, the out-of-date technology that is no longer aligned with this life at this time. That's no longer aligned with the beating of the heart of this planet. What I see is, on a soul level, this is your purpose. Your purpose is to bring and land and anchor this new wave of consciousness. And you have it within you. You are the seed. You are the seed of consciousness. And your job now is to take that seed and learn how to plant it, how to find the perfect soil for this seed to take root, to land, and then eventually to start growing and expanding. So this is what we want to do today. We're going to seed you even deeper into yourself. We're taking that advanced technology and bringing it into the world. This is not an easy job, but there is a through line. When we listen, when we're finally attuned to this part of ourselves, there is a through line. There is a line of simplicity that will guide you through this process. It's like being squeezed through the birth canal. There is a way through, but we have to listen. We have to listen deeply. Your heart, your soul will guide you through. And we need to be willing to sit with the pain of the old systems. Sit with the pain of the old programs that you have been born into, that are part of your family programming, that are part of your ancestral programming, that are part of the programming of the society that you live in, the collective consciousness. There's a lot going on. You're funneling this light through a lot of dense energy, and that can be very difficult for sensitive souls. But there is a way through. There is a way through. So we're going to be welcoming this in, and as I'm speaking, your energy is working with you already, so just keep breathing. It is safe to anchor your light. It is safe to embody your light. Breathing down, breathing down, breathing down deep within yourself. Okay, beautiful one. We're going to do this. It's like mining for gold. It's digging deep into ourselves. What I'd like you to do, because obviously we're living this human experience as well. What I'd like you to do is to take a moment. You can feel into it. You can journal with it. Take a moment to really tune into, what are you calling in at this time? What is your heart and soul calling you into? What are you ready to manifest and realize into your physical life? And we can start with a money amount. This money manifestation is here to help you with this whole process, to help you funnel into yourself. So what we want to do is not from lack or scarcity, but from inspiration, and to fuel you and support you to keep going with this process. To fuel you and support you to keep going with this process. And this is bringing that divinity into the world. And money at the moment is a currency we exchange with. So we're bringing your light into the systems that are here. Bringing that light into the systems to help transform the systems with your unique vibration. There'll be lots of change and transformation like in years to come. Right now, this is what we're inviting you into. We have to land into this system as it is to transform it from the inside out. And we are part of this system because we are here. So it's okay. Let's breathe in and welcome this energy, this light, as a funnel through you to help you with your soul's purpose. It's all part of it. So we can start simply with a money goal. What are you calling in? What's aligned with your heart and soul to welcome in at this time? Let's ask your heart and tune in for a minute. You can either journal it or just feel into that. And take a moment to breathe in. Let the heart speak to you. My heart always tells me an amount that's way, way, way bigger than my mind can fathom and also understand the how. So just let it speak. Let it bring you home. It's okay. We don't need to know the how. It always makes me giggle what comes through. And we can also welcome for the mind, because we also have to work with where you are. We can bring in an amount that would really just be amazing on a practical human level at this time. We can hold space for that as well. So we can play on whatever level you want to play. It's all a game of creation. So what feels right for you to call in and welcome in at this time? What I've found with money manifestation, with the larger amounts of money, the amounts of money that are just way beyond what your mind can fathom, creates a real space for receiving, which allows smaller amounts of money to pop in with relative ease. So sometimes we're guided to expand our capacity for receiving to allow, things to drop in more simply. So if you expand yourself to be comfortable with multi-millions, for example, then welcoming in like 100,000 is not going to seem like such a big deal. So that's sometimes partly how it comes through for me. Big expansive number to allow another amount to pop in. We're just expanding your capacity to receive here. You need to stretch you out a little bit, so the more kind of practical amount can drop in with relative ease, so your mind doesn't reject that. Your mind doesn't push away the avenues or the vehicles that will help you manifest that amount of money. Because where you are now is your comfort zone. The solutions to what you're asking for will be beyond and outside of your comfort zone. And that can feel very threatening to the mind and to the ego. So we want to expand your capacity for receiving so that you can open up to receive the opportunities that show up on your doorstep that will support you with that next step. Okay, not comfortable at all, but important. So breathing in, let's welcome it in. We're going to ask your body, we're going to ask every single cell in your body to become the vibrational frequency of that amount of money. So the higher the amount of money, the higher the frequency and the vibration. And we want to teach you how to receive that frequency, receive that vibration into your body and into your reality. We want to create space, more space for you to feel safe being that energy, embodying that energy. That's what we're doing. We're expanding your capacity to receive yourself. We're expanding your capacity to be the walking, talking embodiment of your heart, your soul, your essence. And that's a journey of funneling in, funneling in, funneling in. Breathe. And now if you want to throw anything else into the pot, anything else that you're calling in to manifest, to bring in, that's really important to you at this time, let's bring it. It can be on the level of health, body, relationships, love, work, family, children, holidays. Whatever you want to throw into the pot, let's bring it. So let's take a moment to hold space for anything else that you're calling in at this time. Just welcome it. Okay, and you can take longer with this in your own time if you need to. Beautiful. All right, so let's welcome the light in. Now, beautiful one, we've held this space for your intentions, for what you desire. We've called it in, we've activated this beautiful light space. And now we're going to take a deep dive within. Sometimes this can feel like jumping off a cliff, jumping out of an airplane. We're gonna ask your body. Actually, we're going to tell your body, beautiful life. I'm ready to bring in this next level of my gifts, my purpose, my wealth, my abundance. I'm ready to manifest X, whatever it is, into my life now. I'm ready to bring it in. This is happening now. I'm now going to bring my presence and my attention to anything and everything within my body, within my system, that's stopping me or blocking me from allowing this to land. So body, mind, emotions, old systems, old programs in my body that's no longer aligned with what I'm calling in. What do you need to shift and move? What needs my attention now? What is stopping me or blocking me in this moment from welcoming in this next level? Show me. And breathe into whatever comes up. Thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, memories. Breathe in. Courageously dive into the darkness. Be willing to face and see and feel whatever is there. And I'd like to invite you to courageously breathe into it. Whatever it is, drop into it. Allow yourself to feel it, know it, talk to it. You may need longer in your own time. You can journal with whatever comes up. Let's create a dialogue of some kind with this part. We want to have the courage to go in and face it, look at it, feel it, bringing the presence of your consciousness to the shadow aspects. Eventually getting to a place of self-acceptance, of self-love by bringing your presence there. We can't force this, but eventually that's what we want to get to, where you'd be fully present with this part of yourself. We're not trying to get rid of it. We're not shaming it. We're not shutting it away. We're looking at it. Breathing in, fully accepting and embracing whatever is there. And I'd like you to, in one way or another, create a dialogue with this part of yourself. What does this part of you need? What needs to happen for this to shift, for this to move? Through your loving presence and acceptance, in time, it will allow this energy to shift and transform. We have to have that courage to feel it and be with it. Everyone has shadow. Everyone. So embrace it. What does this part of you need? What does this part of you need? It often just needs love and acceptance, presence. What is it asking you for today? What I know about shadow work is in the deepest, darkest aspects of yourself lie your gifts. This is how we land your gifts into the world, by embracing the shadow. The shadow is like the deep, dark soil, fertilized soil. And in order to plant that seed that you are, for it to take root in the world, we need to go into the darkness. This is a journey, this is a process, so we'll do as much today as you're able. But please know it's part of the journey and it's okay. And soon we learn to become friends with the darkness. Soon we understand that in the shadow lies our gifts. And then we can courageously and bravely dive even deeper into ourselves and welcome it. Knowing that actually it's not bad at all. In time we learn, wow, this is where our gold is. This is where our gold is. It's just been hiding. So it's the process of mining for gold. Mining for those beautiful gems deep within. And the process of embodying all that you are, the light and the shadow. They're all part of you, and they're all needed to manifest. They're all needed to manifest. Breathing into your body. Let's bring it into every single cell in your body. Breathing yourself present into the shadows. And let's see if there's any more information for you at this time. Anything else that this part of you, the shadow, the blocks to manifesting, have to tell you at this time. And as you sink deeper into yourself, as welcome in your light, your heart, your essence, your gifts, to drop even deeper, sink even deeper into yourself. There's a space now, there's more space for this part of you to be here, to be held, to be realized. It may not feel good for a while, that's okay. Part of the sinking in. Breathing into your body, welcoming all of you here. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for having the courage to dive into these uncomfortable spaces and places. Thank yourself. Now we'd like to open up the space for any other information that you need to know at this time. Is there anything else that you need to know, understand, get, receive about your journey, your path at this time? Is this something you can journal with if that helps you? Let's see what comes in. And again, if you need longer, please listen. Now, what I'd like you to do is we're going to ask for your inner guidance system, the inner wisdom, the inner information of your heart, of your soul, to guide you and tell you what aligned action are you being guided to take at this time to support you with the next step to manifesting what you're asking for. What aligned action are you being guided to take to help you manifest what you're asking for. Deeply listening. There'll be a baby step. Sometimes you can be shown big steps, like the big vision, but there will also be a practical baby step that's really rooted and grounded in the world and reality in our human lives. What are you being guided to do at this time? Please note, sometimes it can be something seemingly unrelated. I got guided a lot to stop and do nothing, lie down, go for a walk, and I did not understand how that was connected to my purpose, but it was part of the process of me going into a space of deep, deep, deep listening. Let go on an even deeper level. So it may not always be obvious to the mind why you're being guided to do things. We want to see, what is it in this moment? What is it in this moment? And let's see what comes. And then whatever comes, if it's confronting for you, if there's anything you're guided to do that triggers you, we can then go back into that shadow work and be with breathing with any fears or doubts that come up. We want to give those parts of you a voice to speak into, like a scared child. And if there's no information, that's okay as well. There are many levels in which information comes. Sometimes it's more energetic. Just trust in this moment. All is perfect for you in this moment. Sometimes we just need to rest and stop. It's okay. What if you went into radical acceptance of yourself where you are right now? We can only be where we are. So let's breathe into this moment, trusting in this moment, trusting in this moment, breathing in. And we're asking that the energies of this space continue to work with you, activate you. Let's open up to receive all the support that you need to move through this process, to bring in the next level of your gifts and your purpose. We call in on your soul team, your support team, energetic and physical, that you're fully held and supported in this process. So let's open up to receive support beyond what you've been willing or able to receive up until now. Letting that in. That's a whole amazing, powerful space of receiving support. Let yourself be held in this process. Let's breathe that in for a minute. And I'd like to give a huge thanks to you. Please give thanks to yourself for being here, for being willing to do this process, do this work, take the next steps on this journey. Please honor yourself for willing to show up and be with the intensity. And let's ask as an intention, as a prayer, that you receive everything that you need, the guidance, the insight, the connections, the inspiration, the support to help you with the next step. Keep calling it in every day. throughout the day. And let's remember to come back to the space, to keep coming back to the space. For me, this is a daily practice. This is a daily practice of keeping coming back and doing this process. I say minimum 4 times a week to keep the energy flowing, to keep you aligned. Sometimes I do this throughout the day. Reconnect at least twice a day. Doesn't need to take a long time. For me, I'm always coming back into alignment. When I fall out, if I can feel myself leaving that center point, I come back and do this work. So keep coming back. Okay. So your aligned action from this space today is to keep coming back and doing this practice. And please share any experiences that you had, insights, awarenesses, and let yourself be seen and witnessed in where you are and what's coming through at this time. Together we can help amplify your gifts and amplify the process to support you at this time. Thank you for being here.